Hey, what is Chambers of My Heart? What is that?
Hey guys, it's your humble host, your Khelif if you prefer. So I'm back with another video. It's been a while. I know I posted a mirrored copy of the last Save James hearing, and that's pretty much about it. I've just been busy. There's a lot of moving pieces that I'm keeping an eye on just in my personal life and other things. So I really have not had the time or the energy to kind of put anything online. I haven't even drawn anything new really in a good month or so. The only thing I've really done is maybe updated Memory and Hollow, which you can see in the left-hand corner there. But that's about it. I'm not really drawing so much anymore either, so that kind of tells you how busy I am, or just, yeah, a lot going on. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something because I've about had it with the gaslighting, and even I wasn't sure, and I don't care for the Olympics. I really don't. I didn't even know that there was a summer one. But let's talk about the boxing controversy, and I know this video is going to get demonetized right away because it's YouTube. Anyway, so I'm sure you guys have heard. If you have not and been living underneath the rock, you have Imane, however you pronounce his name, Khelif, who is a guy, but the Olympics, the IOC is trying to gaslight everyone into thinking that this is a woman with some sort of condition that makes her more masculine and less physically feminine. So me and my boss was actually talking about this because I saw in passing an article and I wasn't too sure to make of it, but because everything is compromised with this trans crap, I just like, okay, are things really, really, really that compromised? And the answer is yes. The answer is so totally yes. So when photos dropped, again, because I've been busy and just, not really on social media a whole lot, I've seen a few of the things in passing, but yeah. Anyway, so I started to read the article and I'm thinking at first, maybe, hopefully, possible, this is a foreign woman who is just going to be considered a Amazon, very masculine looking and whatnot, but the detail I caught was XY chromosomes. Women don't have XY chromosomes. There's like variations for men and women, XXY, X0 or whatever, XX, but it's still, you always have man XY, women XX. So, and I know that people want to argue, oh, well, there's intersex. You still break down the body. The skeleton is either going to be male or female. The hips of a male, for when it comes to their skeleton, is smaller, while a woman's is wider. So don't start with me. I've heard the argument. I don't care for it. You break it down. It's still, the individual still going to be man or woman with some deformities. Anyway, and I know that there's some really extreme stuff out there, but that's few and far between. It's still man or woman with deformities. Stop it. Anyway, so when childhood photos dropped, because they were dropping photos of Imane Khelif, and I'm trying to find them in my notifications here, it looked like a little girl. Now, because I've seen enough of the trans crap, and I'm trying to find my tweet that I put, when little boys are dressed like little girls, they look like little girls. Crap, where is it? Yes, I'm doing this live, bite me. Because I'm just now thinking about it. So I thought at first, because me and my boss, direct supervisor, were talking about it. Oh, okay, they suspended that account. Well, so that's not gonna work. There was a photo of allegedly Imane Khelif dressed as a little girl, and as I said, when boys are really young, we've seen this with Jazz Jennings, we've seen this with other little boys that they're in mooch housing by proxy, mothers or parents want to dress as girls, they look like little girls. So when I first saw this photo, I'm thinking, oh, well, she's a cutie, like a cute little girl. It's like, okay, so they're releasing photos now, childhood photos, and it's a girl. But I did some digging around, and do not take that cutie remark freaking wrong, because there's some freaking weirdos, and get away from me. Anyway, so thought, hey, little girl. But I did some digging around this weekend and I found some pretty interesting stuff. And I had a feeling, I was hoping I was wrong, and I was digging through the hashtag. It's the same. At first, like when I first saw this specific photo, I'm thinking, okay, it's a little bit hard to tell from the nose. It's, yeah. And then there were other photos attached. Here's another one. People are also asking, because this is a Muslim country or a country run by Islam, where's the hijab? That's an excellent question. And then you have photos like this of Khelif. That is a dude. This is the same individual, the nose, the ears, the chin. And at first I thought, okay, but no, it's Khelif. Here's another one. Straight up dude. Now, when I had reposted this, I had somebody tag me in other photos. So this is Khelif again. This is Khelif in the back. This is also Khelif. He looks like a drag queen here. It's a guy dressed as a girl. Now, there's been multiple arguments that have gone around and go, oh, well, it's illegal to be trans in this country because it's run by Islam, Muslim country. And to that I say no, because if you look at what happens to gay men in the Middle East, they are forced to transition. Do not know. So being gay is not allowed in the Middle East. So if they have a guy that is gay, they will force them to transition and go through the entire process. That is a thing in the Middle East. So I had kind of speculated here, and there's a few theories I'm going to kind of put out there. Is number one, I first thought, well, maybe they David Ramired this poor fellow, like he probably legit thinks he's a girl. But I kind of like forgot that. And if you guys don't get the reference, Dave Vermeer was one of two twin boys that John Money used for his experimentation and that freaking crap ass book, Nature versus Nurture. And Dave Vermeer had a tragic accident happen when he was a child during the operation of being circumcised. And the tool that they used did not just take off the foreskin. They pretty much made David a eunuch, and the freaking psychopath solution was, oh, hey, just raise him as a girl. And it didn't work, and both him and his brother had committed suicide like years apart. Very tragic story. So that's the reference. That one's a lot to get into, but if you want more context, I would type in Dave Vermeer. It's very, very heartbreaking what happened to both boys. The second twin, I forget his name. He was kind of forced to live this lie, and he didn't know. And when he found out, like he was legit pissed at his parents for what they did to him and his brother. And from just to go as far, not to like get too graphic or detailed, but John Money actually forced the twin boys to practice certain things with each other for his book. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not getting into it. Look it up at your own pace. Take it slow. It's really, really messed up. Anyway, so that was my first theory when it came to Imane Khelif, that, well, maybe they Dave Vermeered him. And then when I started to see these other photos, I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe this guy's a cross-dresser. I don't know the history of this boxer because they're also going, oh, well, Imane Khelif got beat by 9 women. That doesn't mean shit. It's still a freaking dude. This is a dude. So I'm quite tired of the gaslighting and the manipulation that says, oh, well, this is a chick. She just has a condition. And what kind of threw me for a loop is the eyes, the nose, and the chin. If you look at this jawline, and I know that there's women who have thick jawlines, but this just, when I saw the photo, I'm like, that is a dude, and I wasn't 100% sure, and I wanted to be wrong because this is beyond effed. This is so. I have people on my own Facebook, which I'm actually considering like just kicking off, just for various reasons, that started to post their support for Imane Khelif, going, oh, well, it's just a woman who's born different X, Y. No. So sick of this gaslighting crap. XY's man, XX is woman, there's deformities, but it still boils down to man, woman. So like this is a dude. Look at this jawline, the nose, and I know that there are women, foreign women in particular, depending on the country, who can have big noses, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like this screams dude, like the eyes, just the entire face. I'm like, this is a guy, but I didn't want to like jump the shark. And even at one point, me and my boss were kind of discussing, like, if it does come out that this is a woman who has some sort of medical condition that very, very masculine, then a lot of people owe the individual an apology. But the more I see, the more photos that come out, it's just like, no, this is a straight up dude. Where is that other one? Because this is just easier. Okay, so there's this one too. That is a very particular bulge, and so like, women don't have bulges like that. There is no part of our body that freaking bulges in that sort of way. There's also another one where Imane Khelif is adjusting something in his pants, and someone had posted that there's like a particular belt boxers wear. It's a form of equipment that goes underneath the clothing. And if that's the case, then this technically, like, this is so effing wrong. And there's talk of another biological male boxer that is being allowed to participate. I don't know the name of the second one. Like, they're referencing this one. I don't know who this is. Lane Yutang, biological males. Like, I don't. Man, this dude's scrawny. I haven't read up on anything on this guy, but people are just kind of attacking. Like, this is a freaking dude. Come on. Like, okay, so, and I've seen female bodybuilders when they, I want to use the term over-exercise, they are exercise that part where it's completely flat, and it does happen, and the muscles act weird, but even the muscle line, like, because I was looking at this, like the shoulders, something about the shoulders didn't seem right, and even when I saw that, I'm like, no, that's still a dude. This is like beyond mess up. They are giving the Italian boxer that like tapped out within 46 seconds the prize money, because I mean, look at this. Okay, so here's the Italian boxer that got like clipped in the face, like a full on the punch that sent her jaw up into the rest of her skull, but she still has a chest. This is a free, look at the collarbone. This is a straight up dude. Like, I'm so tired of this. Like I said, I don't care for the Olympics. I really don't. They're boring. I don't even know that there were summer ones. So I'm like, oh, that's, I guess, a thing. But you have people defending this. I don't want to, like, paid off, bought off, scared to say something. I don't care. Like, just look at this, dude. This screams, dude. The eye is just, I'm going in circles here. Yeah, no, dude, straight up. And I wanted to be wrong. I was hoping this was a case of, I don't want to say mistaken identity, but just a, hey, this is kind of messed up. Yeah, look at this. Even like, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Anyway, so like I said, the photos kind of threw me off, and I'm thinking, oh, well, cute kid, like cute family. Okay, this is a little girl. And then I thought about it even more. I'm like, you know what? Nope. Like, I've seen this crap, so it's just messed up. I'm glad the Italian boxer got the prize money, and I'm not trying to pay attention to this stuff too much because it is upsetting, and it's a guy. The people who know what to look for and are attuned to this stuff, you're not going to fool us. And you almost got me, like me personally, you almost got me until I dug further. This is the next step, guys. The gaslighting, you don't believe your own eyes type thing, don't believe your own ears. This country is run by Islam. There's no way. It doesn't freaking matter. There's already other sketchy stuff going on at the Olympics. You have several athletes being caught with doping. And if I understand doping correctly, it is where they're taking certain drugs to enhance their performance. So I know many Chinese athletes have been caught, banned. I think there was one Italian athlete. Like, I'm kind of reading articles on and off here. So yeah, no, there's sabotage of the rails. I guess they try to save money, the IOC, and they stuck the athletes in poor conditions. Well, I don't want to say poor conditions, but they try to cheap out. They try to go with vegan meals, nothing protein related or meat related. There was no ACs. This was called like the Olympic Village or Winter Village or something, and a lot of athletes went, nope, we're going to hotels. Screw this. You even had an Indian prime minister like supply ACs for all of his athletes that were representing the country, because he goes, we're not doing this. This is garbage. So the fact that you have foreign leaders kind of get involved and they're like, you know what, you're not taking care of my people. I'm going to do this. I'm paying my own money. My country's paying for this. Like, this is so messed up. So this is just riddled with bullshit. As I said, I don't care for the Olympics. Like, I haven't watched or followed any of it since living with my parents, and that was over a decade ago, possibly more. So last boarding event I even watched, what year was it? I think it was before I went to Job Corps. That was 2011? 12? I don't know. I don't care for this stuff. And a lot of people are kind of tuning this stuff out too. Like, what? Anyway. So, yeah, no, that's the Imane Khelif stuff. And it's going to be such a huge freaking scandal. And this is going to have a major impact on the Winter Olympics. Because she's going to get, like, they're trying to gaslight people and they're trying to do damage control and all this and all that. No, Imane Khelif is a dude. And it's going to have such a negative blowback for the Winter Olympics. Like, no one's going to freaking care. I know Russia was banned from participating. Any Russian athlete had to represent themselves independently, and it wouldn't go on the records underneath their homeland. So there's that too. It's not a good time for this crap. It really, really isn't. And that would have been even more interesting to have Russia involved. Oh my. So yeah, so there's that. To touch upon some of the other stuff that's kind of going on, I know you have stuff with Mr. Beast. I could just kind of type that in here because, yeah, I can. And Chris Tyson. And the thing with Mr. Beast, like, okay, so I didn't follow Mr. Beast. I don't care for Mr. Beast. Every time I saw his photo, he reminds me of Gavin Newsom. You two look possessed. There's something freaking creepy as hell about you. And I didn't know anything about Mr. Beast when news first broke out about Chris Tyson and how suddenly I'm a woman now. No. And he destroyed his marriage. He wanted to try to kind of brainwash his son, and his wife, I believe, his now ex-wife, took their son and went, go away, stay away from the child, stay away from our son, we're done, get the hell out. And I don't blame her. Like, I would have booked shit too. It's like, nope, done, bye, we're disappearing now, you're nuts, this is like, no, this is beyond creepy. Anyway, so when I first heard about that quite a few months ago, I'm like, oh my God, start the clock. A lot of people were saying the same thing. Start the clock. And sure enough, you have Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast caught in a Discord that was ran either by Chris Tyson or Mr. Beast, and they were getting sexual with minors and in the presence of minors. How many effing times do I have to say it? Do not have minors in your fucking Discord. Do not. It is always spells trouble. You don't have people who know how to behave around children. It's just a bad idea if you're going to get sexual and freaky, like, and you can't keep it to yourself. Like, first off, go get help, because you got some issues you need to sort out. But if you must do it in Discord, adults only. Do not have the young ones around. Like, I don't know how hard this is. There has been people who have come forward who have said Chris Tyson has gotten inappropriate with them. The stereotype lives, and it happens every single fucking time, and people are trying to go, well, this doesn't represent the trans community. Look, okay, don't start that dumb shit with me. And I'm not saying every single trans person is a degenerate freak, but 99%, I'm sorry, anytime you have a guy, you also have girls doing this too, because we've seen this too, where they push for pedophilia or minor attracted persons, whatever bullshit word they want to use. Like, no, get out of here. Anytime you have somebody who transitions, girl or guy, for the most part it's guys who do this, who suddenly are like, I'm a woman now. There is some freak shit going on in their closet. They've been at it for a while, and now they're living out some sort of fetish or fantasy. And so I've been watching the coverage with that, on and off slightly, and a lot of people are calling Mr. Beast out. About tripped over my words there, damn. And so it's just, people called it. And what kind of makes this worse too is, so I'm gonna link a video in the description below by Sydney Watson. She covers this pretty well. I like her. And anyway, so you have, oh my God, why is it uncensored? Okay, that is uncensored. I just, no, okay, wait a minute, can I, oh, hell no. Okay, so the reason I'm kind of freaking out, because I recognized an art piece. So Mr. Beast knew that Chris Tyson was in a lolicon and followed a very infamous artist called Shadman. That is coming up in a lot of coverage videos. Shadman decided to make art of minors in a very inappropriate way, and I swear one of the controversies, because I did hear about this and I kind of followed it just very slightly, is that one of the minors that was drawn very inappropriately was Keemstar's own daughter. And I do remember coming across, so Shaman was a freak, okay? So I just dig into that at your own pace and time, because I'm not going over that shit either. But yeah, just very vile. And so Chris Tyson followed Shadman and apparently had a piece of artwork by Shadman on his wall, and there's a clip floating around of Mr. Beast staring at this particular art piece. And actually, I might shut this off here. Boink, boink. Okay, you guys can stare at the fireplace for like 3 seconds, because I'm trying to see if I saw what I saw. What the F? Okay, yeah, no, so that is what I saw. Okay. So anyway, yeah, no. So Chris Tyson had a few people he was following and media he was consuming. Anytime you have somebody who's endorsed in Lolicon or freaking following that shit or following freak shows like people like Shadman, there is shit always in their fucking closet. And a lot of people saw the warning signs, and when Chris Tyson suddenly went, "Oh, I'm a woman now," people went, "Yup, start the clock, here we go." And a lot of people coming out like, "We warned you guys, we told you guys, now you guys are trying to do damage control." And apparently Mr. Beast is trying to like ignore all this because he posted another challenge and he didn't do a video addressing it. Like, he did a tweet saying that he was going to get a third-party investigator to come in and look at stuff. Yeah, whatever. You're already kind of trying to bury this, and you were warned. Here's the issue. Mr. Beast was warned to cut ties with Chris Tyson when he transitioned. Like, that I don't care if that sounds transphobic, but if I had somebody who's a part of my brand, because I've already burned a co-host for less. But part of my brand and started that freak shit, nope, your ass is gone. Because that is not what I stand for. So I've kicked people out for less. Like I said, I burned a co-host for other degenerate shit. So no, I don't play with that. And the thing is, people were warning Mr. Beast. But turns out he was in on the crap too. So no wonder why the warnings were ignored. He's a freak too. It just, golly, and it's like somebody said that the big YouTubers are falling like dominoes. So that's whatever. And then you had another, like, we'll move on to a different topic, which also has to do with the trans shit. Moist Critical, because I do watch this guy. Really freaking stepped into it with Sneako. And Sneako's like unhinged. I've seen Sneako threaten people with flashing his gun on screen, particularly Moist Critical, and it's been a back and forth for, I don't know, God knows how long. Anyway, there's a debate that they had, and it had to do with consent and child marriage, and it just... There was a particular part where Sneako brings up, because talking about consent, like child marriage, like what if a 21-year-old wanted to marry a 15-year-old, the age difference like 6 years, and everybody was okay with it. The parents consented, the 21-year-old consented, the 15-year-old consented, everybody consented. And Sneako had asked Charlie, "Are you okay with that?" And he goes, "No, like that's not, like, the child can't properly consent, this and that." So this is where Sneako gets him and just fucking destroys him. Now, granted, I'm not for Sneako. I don't support Sneako, so I just know Sneako's fucking unhinged. But Sneako got him good and really just made his brand go poof. Like, he's done. So Sneako goes, "Okay, so you're not for that, even though there's consent or whatnot, or so you feel that the child can't properly consent. So what if, say a 15-year-old, say like I'm 15 to 16-year-old, I go into a place and I want to say I want to cut my penis off. Like, are you okay with that?" And Charlie, Moist Critical, says yes. And oh my gosh, because people are covering it, it's bad. Moist Critical tried to do what's considered or called a cope stream, where he goes, everything was hyperbole, but this was literal. And I was like, no, dude, you just like blew yourself the fuck out with that one, because here's like, I don't agree. Obviously, I'm for consent 21 years age. I don't care what's legal. Like, teenagers are fucking stupid and don't know what they're getting themselves into. I'm sorry, all of us were teens, and teens are stupid, especially when it comes to things of sex and puberty, and they need proper guidance, and it's a whole shebang. But so 21, I think, should be age of consent, because 18, you're barely dipping your toes into adulthood. You're barely getting out of your teen years and learning to take on adult responsibilities and what have you. So 21. 21, that's my stance. But anyway, so what Sneako was doing, and Sneako trapped him, caught him, freaking just crushed him. And what Sneako was trying to do is just like, oh, well, you're not for child consent, or you're saying that the child can't consent to marriage, but you're saying and you agree that the child can consent to body mutilation, having body parts cut off? Like, is that what you're doing? So Sneako really fucking got him. And now Moist Critical is kind of taking a back seat, and he's going to kind of tone down or cut down the time he spends on the internet. He left 2 podcasts or whatnot. So it's really, really bad. And that's something, because I was talking to my boss about this too, because he asked me about it. I'm like, well, no, I haven't heard anything. And then that's also another clip or coverage I saw this weekend was of Moist Critical and Sneako and the debate, and I'm just like, holy fuck, you're done. Like, you were so freaking done. You really stepped in it. You walked straight into the trap. Sneako knew you would, got you, and now you're freaking toast. And I don't watch Moist Critical all that much. But when I do, his coverage isn't bad, and I know freaking Turkey Tom tried to I didn't even watch the video. Turkey Tom tried to come in and go, Moist Critical destroyed Sneako. No. No, sir. Charlie really stepped in it and blew off his own damn legs with the fucking landmine he stepped on. Like, holy shit. Excuse my F-bombs, but wow. He didn't even, like, the thing is, when I watched that clip, Charlie didn't even hesitate to say yes, didn't even think about it, didn't even see what Sneako was doing. And granted, I don't support Sneako. I'm not for Sneako. I've seen enough of that dude to go, you're fucking unhinged. Why are you still on YouTube? He's like what is it, the crazy vegan, the one that was threatening Barry, also with a gun, pointing it at the screen. Sneako's unhinged. But man, oh boy. So yeah, all 3 of these have to do with the trans crap. Imane Khelif is a dude. Chris Tyson is a freak. People were warning Mr. Beast when he transitioned, and surprise, surprise, all the red flags were there. So it happens every single fucking time. And turns out Mr. Beast is a freak too. Whatever. Like, it just, these big YouTubers are getting exposed left, right, and center. And, you know, I don't know. I will say on a positive note, because you guys know who PewDiePie is, right? Like, you guys remember who he is? He used to be like the top earner on YouTube. Do you know what's going on with him now? That he's a dad. Like, his video once in a while pops in my feed. I'm subscribed to him. He has a little kid, and he's so cute. Like, he has the guy has a family. He's backed off of YouTube, and he's grown a family, and it's cool. And I just, like, that's real life stuff, and that's awesome. When you see people who are like, hey, you know what? There's some more important things going on, and he started a family, so he has a little putes now. So yeah, just kind of a little positive thing thrown in there. And then the stuff with Charlie and Sneako, like, oy vey, come on, like, you're not even gonna, like, rationalize or think about, like, I know Moist Critical, as I said, Sneako is unhinged. Oh man, it would be hard to go into debate kind of calm or rational, so to speak, with somebody who's been, like, harassing you for, like, over a year or so. I don't understand why Charlie took up the debate to begin with. Me, there's certain things I will not debate about. Do not collect 200, do not press go. I'm not compromising on this. Fuck off. So there's certain things I won't debate about, and I have refused to debate about. So I'm not sure what possessed Charlie to even kind of take up that cross to try to debate Sneako on that sort of thing. Because I was like, no, just tell him no, tell him your stance. But I don't know if it was ego. I don't know. But yeah, Charlie's kind of toaster monkey now. Sorry, I've been rambling for a little bit, and I always apologize for doing so. It's been so long since I've done a video, and I hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, no, those are kind of like the three things that have been kind of on my table that I've been following on and off. I know there's some bullshit going on with Nick Rikita, where he's trying to get everything sealed now, including the body cam footage, which Josh Moon of Kiwi Farms is trying to get his hands on. I think it's funny, in a twisted kind of way, where Nick, when he was covering stuff, he was exposing all kinds of things left, right, and center, and people gave him stuff. But when it comes to his own bullshit, seal everything away. People can't know. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. And I said that in a tweet, and I even tagged him and such, because they were trying to get somebody in trouble for going to the courthouse in Minnesota and leaking the documents online. And yeah, no, sorry, that's not how that works. You put children in danger. Your wife is being accused of sexual abuse. I hope to God that's a false accusation or allegation, because wow. And then that's another thing too, because I'm not going to cover any of the stuff with Nick Ricada unless something huge comes out. I don't care about the chef with monograph. That dude's a freak too, but I don't care. That is one thing I will say. When Aaron Amolte or Steel Toe was running his freaking gums left, right, and center and trying to pull anyone who would listen, that he was trying to get ahead of the bullshit. It's ironic. It's ironic that he also came out as a woman beater. Somebody got a hold of his shit, and he was convicted of domestic violence by his first ex-wife. So I knew something was screwy with him when he was running around to Alex Steen. I don't want to say Yellow Flash platform. There was a few others that are like, oh, hey, come on the show, come talk to us. And I'm thinking, something freaking reeks about this guy. And yeah, turns out he's a piece of shit too. Like, that entire group is a entire piece of shit. And I will say one thing too, and I'm glad Vic Banyana canceled, because there was a stream that Alex Stein was going to do, and I think Alex Stein was very, very inconsiderate and freaking just like was a dumbass about trying to stick Vic Banyana on with Aaron Amolte or Aaron Steel Toe, and I'm thinking, like, this is not a good idea. Like, I people in Vic's circle is going to freak. But turns out Vic canceled. So, which I'm like, okay, thank God, because that would have been an entire shit show, because there was something like, I didn't know, the domestic violence charges conviction was not out yet prior to this interview. So, but something was kind of off about Aaron, and I don't think I'm the only one that called it out. I think others went, hey, there's something's like kind of sus about this guy. Why is he not like shutting up? Why is he's yakking too much? So anyway, so yeah, all of them piece of shit. Not really gonna cover it. I just know Rakita's trying to keep Josh Moon from getting the body cam footage, and there's people who have gone all over the legalistics and logistics of that everyone has to consent to being shown, and if not, they have to get blurred out, which it doesn't really matter, because you can kind of pick out who's who, and it just whatever. Anyway, so that's my spiel. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. As I said, on my end, there's a lot of moving pieces, and for those of you, because I'll put this in here too, there was a Save James update. I've posted it on my Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel, where the paralegal that was helping Jeff Younger dropped some stuff. June 5th, the court hearing, it's smeared on my channel. Dropped the court documents that were past May 30th, because as you guys know, that case became sealed. And I only got stuff up to May 29th, because I went and bought the court documents and put them out there. So that is a thing. But yeah, so he went and dropped stuff, and now they're looking to arrest Jeff Younger. He has a contempt of court hearing August 6th, which is literally this upcoming Tuesday. I don't think they're gonna arrest him. I don't think they're gonna be able to, because Jeff doesn't control the page. Jeff doesn't control what people who are involved with the page do, or what people share, or talk about, or post. So, they have no way of jailing him. They're going to try, but I don't think it's going to be successful. I really don't. I will be somewhat surprised if he does end up getting carted off, but I don't think it's going to happen. So there is that update. The thing that I'm kind of worried about, though, is if he does get carted off to jail, if they do manage to put him behind bars on a contempt of charge, because the filing is 71-page documents, card on RFO, reference for orders, or recommend for orders. I forget what RFO completely stands for. There on page 5 of that 71 document, there is a decree, or rather should I say request, how they want all the videos down from the case, completely. All videos. They want all the court documents removed. They still think Jeff Younger runs the page. They're freaking idiots. And actually, the recording I have of the July 1st, 2nd, 2022 hearing actually reveals who runs the damn page, and it's not Jeff. So, anyway, if they do manage to cart Jeff off to jail, I don't know what that's going to mean, and I'm a little bit worried what that's going to mean for people who help run the Save James page, Jeff Morgan, and myself. So, and as you guys know, Coonsviller, because we're dealing with a different law firm, California one's called Chazan, Chazan. Coonsviller tried to paint me as an agent for a year. They tried to pick people off from the page. They tried to depose Gwen Ramir. So there's a whole shebang. There is more than one person that they're considering to be Jeff's agents. It's not just one person. And no, I'm not saying, I'm not a hero on this. There's a few people who have gone out of their way to document, record, and drop stuff. I know Jeff Morgan in particular has broken down a lot of what Judge Mary Brown has done and what laws she has broken. So, like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces. I haven't really been active, and holy crap, this video is almost an hour. There's just been a lot. I have stuff going on at my work. It's really tense. I'm in a little bit of a weird situation at work, because usually with write-ups, they fall off 60 to 90 days, what have you. I've been there for over a little year now, and I have found I don't have that many. It's like 4. I found out that they don't fall off. So even though I'm doing really good, I got written up for something really fucking stupid, and one more and I'm out. So I'm like, this is kind of weird. I'm in an odd situation here. And I will say one thing. I'll put that out. Put this out here, because with the Save James stuff and other things going on, and a few months ago, I told my high boss, hey, you may want to start thinking about looking for my replacement and what have you. And this was a few months ago, like 1 to 2. And my particular position, from what I understand, it took 6 months to find just me, to find somebody who could fill the position. The position I was taking over took 6 months. So it's ironic, and I'm not going to go into full detail, like what's been going on in the background. But it's ironic that I really felt, by God, to tell my high boss this, and then being on the verge of getting kicked out. It's going to be over something fucking stupid if I do get terminated. Really stupid. And then having two other pieces, what seems to be lining up to go, well, time here, where I'm at now, is short anyway. And here's what seems or appears to be the next step. So there's a lot. And I haven't abandoned my channel. I haven't abandoned my social media spaces. I'm just, there's so many moving parts, and there's stuff that I'm just kind of going, how is all this going to work? The Save James stuff, personal pieces in the background, which include my job. It's just a lot. So that's why I haven't really been active. As I said, I haven't really put out any art pieces lately either. I wrote an article 1 or 2 weeks back having to do with the Save James stuff. That is it. And I wrote that in a span of 1 to 2 days. So anyway, enough blathering from me. And that is what's going on. And so I touched upon some stuff. I hope you guys are doing fine. It's hopefully I can be a little bit more active. No guarantees though. I'm really trying to concentrate on some stuff. But anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. And if something really freaking major comes up on my end, the Save James stuff, I will update you guys whether or not Jeff gets put in jail. Look at the community tab on my channel. I probably won't hear anything until late Tuesday or freaking Wednesday. It depends on what happens. Do I think he's going to get behind bars? No, because that's going to set off a freaking effect of other things. Sorry, that was really poorly worded. It's going to have an unwanted effect. And that's not a threat. That's saying more people, when the threat was first going around, because when he flew out, initially, this was like 1 or 2 weeks ago, he invoked his right to a public defender, which I think is it the Fourth Amendment or is it the Fifth? I don't quite remember, but he invoked some stuff. He goes, we're not doing this now. I want a public defender. I want this. I want that. And the contempt of court hearing got pushed to August 6th. Now, here's also something else I'm going to put out there too, just because I know this video is like almost an hour. But I kind of want to address this. I know this is the end. Maybe this should be its own separate video. When stuff gets posted on the Save James page, it's not just for fluff. It's not just for funsies or, hey, we're trying to make you guys feel good. No, there's stuff that God is talking to us about, whether it's all of us, certain individuals. I know for me in particular, some of the stuff I've been getting for like the past few months, when I first heard about like hearing about the August 4th through the 6th hearing, I'm like, there is no freaking way this is going to be allowed to fly, because Jeff was able to get discovery, independent medical examination, like Ant's been blocking in front, right and center, and the judge is a freaking pissant. Like, I can't even, who's on, whatever the hell his name is, I don't even care. Just listen to the hearing. I mirrored it on my channel from Alex C. Baker, the paralegal that's working with Jeff. The guy won't rule in any sort of way on the medical stuff and whether or not it's legal. He's a fucking pushover. Like there's so much I want to say, but don't insult the judge or the case, that sort of thing. Anyway, it's crap. He has no spine. He's a jellyfish. Like, let me put it that way. Anyway, so with the hearing, I something drastic is going to happen where it's going to, put things in Jeff's favor. Well, lo and behold, we had the crowd strike, which I didn't know about until I went into work, because that did affect my place of work. And then, get this, Jeff's courthouse, the case where the courthouse where the case is being held and everything like that, the LA Superior Court, after the CrowdStrike outage, got hit with a ransomware attack. So that is a thing. I looked it up. There's a legit article on that. And so I'm like, that's interesting. And I figured, like, okay, this is going to get delayed or pushed out. So learned that the hearing, because this was technically the original hearing, got pushed out to August 6th. And I was like, okay, that's a few days. It doesn't really have a whole lot of time for anything, but a few days, okay. And then you have another drastic thing happened, which was Alex C. Baker dropping stuff, court docs, and the recorded hearing from June 5th. And that turned the August 6th hearing into a contempt of court charge, where now they want to target everything and everybody that documented and recorded, and that includes everything that was freaking recorded from California and Texas. Thank you. And that pushed the hearing, the actual hearing, all the way out to November 4th. So yeah, as I said, had a feeling something drastic was going to happen that was going to drastically change things. And yeah, so it's going to be an interesting end of the year. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, like I said, this video is almost an hour, and I could go on about other things, but I'm not going to. I'm going to end here. That's all the updates. That's what I have. I may cover more about the Imane Khelif because it's going to come out he's a dude, and I don't know, just there's going to be some freaky shit going it now. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys decide to dip out or skip around, I understand. It's almost an hour long, so I'll see you guys in the next one.